Welcome back. We're going to talk a little bit more about severe weather safety. Chief Meteorologist Bill Kardis joins us now. A lot of people on edge because of first last year's tornado. Let's go back a year because of what happened in Rome. And now fast forward to this year with what happened in Clark Mills in Clinton. We want to start with what happened this past Sunday.
Yeah, and I also want to just talk about people's concerns. I mean, we have a very large presence. We try to listen to the public on social media, and just reading through some comments. One thing that's gotten brought up a lot is the warning system. And I think this is a very complicated issue, but there are a few things that I want to bring up. The first thing is that warnings changed. Warnings used to be county-based. In 2007, the National Weather Service went over to polygon warnings. So this is an example of the polygon. It's a shape that's drawn for warnings. This is the tornado warning that was issued on Sunday morning. And if you're in this box, you will get what's called a wireless emergency alert, WEA. You have to be in that box in order to get the alert on your phone. So that's the alert that goes through the government. If you are not in that box, for example, if you were in New Hartford, you did not get an alert through the wireless emergency alert system.
That's where we were, yes, where I was.
Right, and so there's an important distinction here to be made because everyone's phone defaults to this system and it's defaulted to being turned on. You can turn it off. We obviously don't recommend folks do that, but it's defaulted to being on. Now, if you're very close to that warning, like I said, it's either you get it or you don't. Our weather app, you can get these warnings even if you're not in the polygon. So if you're very close, if you're anywhere in Oneida County and you had our weather app, it goes out to the whole region, and you can customize that too.
Okay, that's good to know. Well, I want to talk a little bit more about too what other ways there are that you can be aware. We've got cell phones. You've got, obviously during the day, it's us on television or our website, but you also want to talk about weather radios.
Yeah, and I also think an important point to bring up, and this is true in very active severe weather markets, but we are getting into a more active season, and we're getting these things a little more frequently. So I think it's important to consider having multiple ways of getting weather warnings. You can get it through your cell phone. We're recommending another option is the National Weather Service has weather radios. They are connected to their radio towers. Actually, our tower here in Middleville has a frequency that broadcasts the National Weather Service. And you can buy a weather radio, looks something like this. There are a lot of different types that are out there, but if for some reason the cell phone network were to go down, or if you lose power, or if your cell phone isn't working, this is another option that you can have to get warnings.
Absolutely, you can find them online. Amazon, whatever it is, you can find them online. That's another good idea too, is what we do is we tell you the night before. We know when something's coming.
Right.
Turn that weather radio on before you go to bed, just in case you lose cell service.
And you're not going to need this very often, but when you know that things are going, when you know it's an alert day, it's very, very helpful to have that on. The last thing I want to point out is how quickly these things happen. One thing that we've learned over the last several years is that when there's a tornado warning, you only have a few minutes to act. It's not time to Google it. You've got to have a plan ahead of time, and you've got to jump into action. And the best place to be in a tornado is in the basement. And I realize that not everybody has a basement. If you don't have a basement, if you're in the center of your home, away from windows on the lowest floor, that is your best option. So either a basement or the center part of your home. A bathroom is an okay place, a closet. That's your best option. And again, when you get that warning, you've got to take action immediately. Like I said, most of these times, these warnings, you only have a few minutes to react before it could potentially happen.
And if you missed any of this, what we were just talking about, maybe you tuned in late, Bill has a lot of this posted up on his Facebook page, so check that out as well, and the weather page as well.
Yes.
All right, good stuff, Bill. Thanks very much. We'll be right back.